Hello, I'm Toycat and welcome back to the video. Today I want to go through 5 mobs in Minecraft and show you their hidden weaknesses, because the interesting thing about Minecraft mobs is that even though most of them are kind of tricky to fight by design, or at the very least annoying to fight by design, pretty much every mob in the game does have some weakness in the form of an item, and basically I figured I'd show you 5 mobs and their particular hidden item weaknesses that can make fighting them just so much easier, so much less painful, and really reduce your risk of dying in survival, which is something I think we're all for. So hopefully you do all enjoy this video. If you do all like it, like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel and lets me know that you do. I know, not like dying, and you'd rather not do that in future. And with that said, let's get straight into it, really, shall we? And let's start with the first one here, which is the one that really inspired this video, because I kept running into witches and being like, oh, this is so frustrating, because they'll always poison you, which makes you so, vulnerable to dying by skeletons and stuff like that. But the thing is there is a really easy way to get past, witches, which I think I've shown off in one video before, but just in case you haven't seen it, basically, if a witch attacks you, all you need to, okay, here's a witch, for instance, it's attacking us, oh no, it's a witch, I can't run in to attack it just yet, I don't have a sword. Well, there's a really handy thing that you can do to protect yourself against poison, which is always bring a milk bucket. So the handier thing than even a milk bucket is to bring a cow too, because if you have a cow, then as you can see, just like this, you can continuously drink the milk and get closer and closer to the witch while taking all the damage like this. And if you get close enough to the witch, she'll even smash herself, which means she has to take the potion to regenerate it. And it's really handy because, yeah, you can get the witch to hurt herself and slowly kill herself that way. Obviously, it takes a very long time because she's slightly immune to poison damage. All it takes is like a few hits, go in, drink some more milk, and every single time you get poisoned, just get rid of it. And just like that, you'll be at the point where, boom, the witch has died, and you've taken relatively little damage. And also, when you've gone past the point where you're like, oh no, I'm dying now, all it takes is one more bucket of milk, and all the effects you got, whether it's slowness, whether it's poison, whether it's all these different things, they can be, cancelled out by using yourself a simple little bucket of milk. So the other second weakness here that's kind of using the same thing, but to make it a bit easier, you saw I took maybe like 4 hearts of damage there, which isn't bad, given that I only have boots on, but you can take even less hearts of damage if you make sure there's always a mob between you and the witch, because what will happen is even though the witch thinks she... okay, I messed that one up a little bit, but even though the witch thinks she can get you, she'll instead get the other mobs, like you just saw there with the cow, and even though that's my cow that I kind of need to keep safe, just like that, I can charge the witch after she's thrown a potion, and it's kind of like with a skeleton, guaranteeing they're going to miss, except it's a witch and it's a potion. So, yeah, handy little thing. Obviously, in this case, I've lost my cow, so I can't exactly use it for, milk anymore, but that is the point I wanted to raise the witch. It is weak to milk because milk will cancel out every single one of her effects, which is really cool if you ask me. The second mob here, which has a really strong weakness, and that can come in the form of an item, or in the form of like a pit right here, as you can probably guess right here, is basically the slime just over here. So the slime has a really strong weakness in Minecraft, which is lava, because the big annoyance with slimes, in my opinion, is the fact that when they die, they split up into more, which splits up into more, and it's just so much fighting, and if you ever played Superfat, you know just how annoying it can be. However, if there is lava between you and the slime, so let's spawn one over there, let's spawn a bigger one over, that's good enough for me. So if you take a slime and it's following you, try to lead it into a bit of lava, because they don't realize they're normal to jump in there, because I know slimes aren't very smart, and all it takes is just like that, and it'll go into multiple slimes, and because they'll all spawn in the lava, they'll all die that way too. So this is almost sad because it's a tiny slime, but still, it is something that will happen. Let's get another giant one, and... whatever, medium slimes all around, I guess. But yeah, they don't seem to realize how to pathfind around lava like most other mobs, which means they're just so weak to it. It's the only way you can take them out without ever laying a hand on them. And if you have a lava bucket on you, you can even do it better, because as long as it's nearby them and it spreads out just like that, one there, wait, let's be not near a lava pit, but if you just do it like that, you'll see how it will spread out in every direction, and that will cover everything that it can hurt. So yeah, slimes are really easily taken out by lava, and it's one of those things I just love to do, because slimes are one of the banes of my life, and this can fix it. And maybe if you want to fix more banes of your life, then bring lava buckets everywhere. So just to clarify, that's 2 weaknesses right there, the bucket of lava and the bucket of milk. You can double up and just bring like 50 buckets of you, and you'll be covered from 2 annoying mobs. But if you want to be covered by 3 annoying mobs, then maybe you want to be covered by the bucket of water here, because the third annoying mob that I'm sure you all run into all the time is the Enderman. So the Enderman's really handy when you're trying to get to the end, or yeah, that's pretty much it, actually. Or you're trying to get ender pearls for whatever reason, but it's really not so handy when it comes to the situation. Okay, so let's get the enderman on us. They're really not so handy when it comes to just, being in your world in general. So if you have some endermen, let's just spawn a few in here, and you're like, okay, don't want to look at them whatsoever, because I've been in the end before, and I've had them chasing me, because, you look at them wrong, and suddenly they hate you and they charge at you crazy fast. Things get terrifying. Okay, let's just punch them. There we go. Things get crazy terrifying crazy fast. Okay, there we go. All you want to do is place a water bucket down at the floor, because as soon as water touches an enderman, you can do that with non-angry ones too, they will despawn and go somewhere else, and just like that, our room is entirely enderman free, which is really cool if you ask me. Oh, okay. It was entirely enderman free, and at the very least, when they come back, they won't be aggroed on you anymore. So yeah, not only does water calm down enderman, but it also makes them teleport away, which is pretty darn handy. And if you try that, just in case you're curious, because this is something I was curious about. If you want to set an enderman on fire, you actually can do it, but they'll teleport away eventually and start burning over there. It's handy if you want to track an enderman when they leave too, but if for the most part all you're worried about is just get the enderman away from me, the water bucket is so handy. And because the water bucket is so useful for a million other things, then yeah, basically the water bucket is not only the secret weakness to enderman, it's also just the secret weakness to most things. And also, I could talk about how great water buckets are all day, but there's so many cool things you can do with them, including like climbing up walls if you want to, and yeah, it can fight enderman and walls. What more do you want from life? But yeah, with that said, let's move on to the fourth mob and its secret weakness, which in a way you can kind of argue comes down to the water bucket again. Really, this is a video about how great water buckets are, but yeah, it can be to do with water buckets, but it's not necessarily the best weakness, because it's for the blaze right here. So the blaze, as you're probably aware, is weak to most things that aren't fire, I guess. So anything that's water or snow based will kill them. So for instance, if you want to attack, okay, that shouldn't be standing right there. If you, for instance, if you want to attack a blaze with a snowball, it deals 2 points of damage, which means just 8 snowballs will kill a blaze. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's basically its secret weakness, because you can attack a blaze from outside the range it can attack you. Just like this, as you can... Okay, I missed a little bit. There we go, maybe. Okay, we can totally do this in a second. Okay, there we go. You can actually attack a blaze outside the range it can attack you, which means that you can kill them with no risk whatsoever, which is handy because you need their blaze rods to go over those ender pearls you just got. But the other cool weaknesses of blaze is if you just go sit in a little water cauldron like this. So if you don't know, water cauldrons can be brought into the nether with you. Okay, let's get in there. So the blaze is getting ready to fire at me, but he just doesn't seem to care. But yeah, basically, if you're on fire, you can put out the fire with a cauldron, and also this means that if a blaze hits you while you're in one of these, it will not, do the fire damage to you. It'll only do like the 2 hearts from attacking you at first, which is really powerful because it means that blazes stop being so deadly. And yeah, that's kind of handy off me. So let me show you this right now while I'm on fire from the blaze. Just jump in the water, and it'll be entirely fine. It uses up a tiny bit of the water to do that. You can see it goes down a layer, but it's just really handy to get rid of that. And the other thing that blazes are weak to, if you can bring them to the overworld, is any form of weather. So if it starts raining, for instance, or snowing, or whatever else, blazes don't tend to like that too much, as you can see right here. The blaze will take a little bit of damage each time, kind of like a zombie would during the day, and eventually it will die. So if you do have blazes in the overworld, try and make it rain, which I know is a tricky task. But yeah, it's just one of those things that's really handy that you might not know about. So yeah, what is the secret weakness, the hidden weakness for blazes? I'd say snowballs are the most effective one, but water cauldrons are a close second just because they can do some cool stuff. So yeah, that's it. Let's turn off the rain because nobody likes rain in Minecraft, and let's move on to the final weakness for the final mob, which you might be able to guess just based on my inventory, but it is to do with the skeletons. So this is true for the skeletons and the zombies, but let's be honest, zombies don't really ever get on anyone's nerves, but skeletons, on the other hand, can get really annoying really fast, and just, okay, for instance, you're charging at one, and suddenly it fires faster and faster and faster. It's not good stuff. However, today I have a weakness which is strong, not just against skeletons in general, but it's strong against skeletons even when they spawn in giant groups, because it is the Splash Potion of Healing. So this skeleton's going to burn from the open air, which, one of my favourite weaknesses personally, but let's just say we're in the situation, so let's throw all of these out. Let's say we're in the situation where we run into a giant horde of skeletons, and they're knocking us back way faster than we can get to them. This is where the instant health potion comes in, because most undead mobs respond negatively to all potions, so they respond positively to negative ones, which means if you have a group of just skeletons like this, throw healing potions at it, and just like this, you're going to see how it's going to take them out one by one, because skeletons do not like being healed. That is bad for them because they're dead. And yeah, pro tip for skeletons is you can use healing potions to heal yourself and hurt them at the same time, which is so useful if you got a group of them. This also works for wither skeletons, zombies, any undead mob, the wither for instance. It's so handy, and a lot of people still don't know about it, which I think is like, it's one of those beautiful things when you first find out about it, like, wait, I can heal myself and hurt a skeleton? Yes, you can, and it's beautiful. So yeah, I hope you did all enjoy this video. Hope you learned a thing about a thing. If you did all like it, like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel, and lets me know you do like these sorts of videos. Share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. It's funny because like every video uses a particular part of this like giant world, but like it's getting bigger and bigger anyway, and it's like it's now like a solid like 20-minute walk across it. So I'd say like, oh yeah, maybe you want to see a video from over there, and like it's like, oh geez, there's got to be thousands of videos in the world at this point. But yeah, the point I'm trying to raise with all that is that if you want to watch all those other videos, you can check them out on my channel from previous videos, because again, I uploaded a whole bunch in the last couple of weeks and kind of going to chill down a bit. So if you want to watch all those videos back, I'd recommend going to my recent videos, which is found in the description, and finding out about stuff like, why are there all these pressure plates together? Why is there a giant polar bear in the background? Can only be answered by checking out my recent videos. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching this video, because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.